Back in my fishing room here, and I'm going to show you how I flip the bird. The way I flip the bird is I start off with a bait caster reel. I got a Shimano Corrado here, 6-foot graphite extreme rod, and I got 40 to 50 pound braid. The braid line floats on top of the surface, and we're using a topwater floating lure, so you want the line to float. There's also no stretch, and then the short rod allows me to cast into tight places and be accurate with my casting. And then the bait caster gives me the power and doesn't allow my line to twist up during the day. So if you want to flip the bird, this is the equipment we're going to use. You know, one of the wonderful things about bass fishing is that a lot of lures have different needs. They work in different conditions, different water temperatures, different depths. The conditions that I love for bird fishing is the springtime. When the water's starting to warm up, gets above 58, 60 degrees, normally it's around here, it's about late March is when the bird's topwater lure turns on. So when I go to a lake, what I look for is I look for calm water, I look for shade. So like if you have any ripples or any chops, it hides the lure. The lure's not as visible. I look for real super calm water where just any subtle twitch of the lure is going to create a ripple that a bass can find and locate. And that's what I look for. So if there is a little breeze out there, you can go into pockets and around trees and find some calm water. If the sun comes out in the middle of the day, you can always go under trees and find some shade. So I'm always looking for shade, and I'm always looking for deep cover. And usually the deeper you go, the better it is. So those are the conditions I'm looking for when the bird's biting.
Take 3. Now you got to be an angler.
That's true. Hey, now that you got your equipment, right, now you know what to go look for, now you got to be an angler. Now to catch the big ones, the way I do it and the way I flip the bird is I got a boat with an electric towing motor that allows me to sneak up on the shoreline. I don't make any ripples, make any waves. I try to allow the water to be as still as possible, and then I get out and I throw this thing deep into cover. You know, find little pockets of water in between tules, in gaps in trees, you know, where the big ones live. You all know where the big ones live. Throw it in there deep, man. Be like the Enterprise. Go where no man has gone before. I mean, don't fear nothing. This thing will come right on out. And because of the body being soft like that, you know, it works. It exposes the hooks and you hook them up. I go barbless on my lures because the bass gobble this thing so deep in their throats that it gets snagged with the barb. So I pinch all my barbs down. And then the way you work the lure and bring it to life. And so you got the equipment, you got the conditions, go out there and bring the bird to life, throw it in there deep, and hang on. I'll tell you the most important thing and the best thing that I really love about this lure. And it's fun to fish. Even when the fish ain't biting, just seeing this thing on the surface, doing its thing, looks so real. And you're like just hanging on, you know, even when they're not biting. I'd rather fish a bird when the fish ain't biting. It's just the anticipation, being able to visually see your lure, to visually see the strike. I don't think there's any fishing out there that's better than fishing topwater birds. It's awesome. I'm going to get you all one. I'm going to have a whole bunch made up, and you're all going to experience the bird right here.